Welcome to a whole new show for the Racer X Podcast Network. It's Daniel Blair's Main Event Moto podcast. I'm Jason Wygant, welcoming Daniel to the Racer X Podcast Network family. We also want to thank our sponsors who are helping make this happen, including Maxxis Tires. Now, look, you already know that Maxxis delivers the best tires for your bike, including that Maxxis MX ST tire developed by Jeremy McGrath. But did you know Maxxis also offers high-quality tires for your car, your light truck, your trailer, your ATV, your mountain bike, and much, much more? Pretty much everything. So Maxxis Tires, they'll help you hook up, pull the whole shot, and beat your competition in any terrain or conditions. Just ask the king, Jeremy McGrath. To learn more, go to Maxxis, MAXXIS.com. And this podcast is also sponsored by ETS Racing Fuels. With unmatched consistency and performance, ETS powers some of the most winning teams in motocross and supercross. Now, you probably know the names of the riders, but why don't you know the name of the fuel? Why? Because champions don't give away their secrets. But now, with ETS's new online ordering system, you can have ETS Racing Fuel delivered right to your door, your shop, or racetrack. So it's easier than ever to get ETS's championship-winning performance in your tank. So whether you're racing a two-stroke or a four-stroke, two wheels or four wheels, visit ETSRacingFuels.com and you'll have your own winning secret to keep. ETS Racing Fuels, the most winning fuel you've never heard of. So now it's time to hand over the keys to Daniel Blair, his producer Joe, and whatever other wackos they can bring into the studio for the Main Event Moto podcast right now.
Thanks for listening to Main Event Moto.
Skivvy Underwear, skvi.com. Team Skivvy, baby.
Ah, yeah, this is nice. Snuck out here to the public pool at night with the wood grain.
Team Skivvy, baby.
What was that?
Team Skivvy, baby.
What's up, Scummy? Founder of Skivvy Underwear, right?
Team Skivvy, baby.
Yeah, Team Skivvy.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Team Skivvy. Skivvy Underwear, I get it.
Team
You don't
Skivvy,
have to
baby.
keep saying
Team Skivvy,
it.
baby.
Dude, you're so... Man, just get off me. Let me go.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Man, Scummy, you don't have to try to drown
Team
me.
Skivvy, baby.
Yeah, I get it. Team Skivvy.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Okay, all right. I'm going to get some Skivvy Underwear.
You're listening to the Main Show, a Main Event Moto podcast, powered by Nature's Bakery.
And the checkered flag is out, and the 2019 racing season is done. Now, we do have Motocross of Nations, Straight Rhythm, Monster Cup, and a bunch of stuff outside of this country, but Joe, the real stuff is done. Let's pop bottles. Where's all the bottles?
Pop them bottles.
Let's both take shotguns of Coors Lights, like Kenny and Eli. Did you see that?
No.
I saw a photo of it. I don't even know. I've been a little disconnected, but I saw a photo of it. Thought that was kind of cool. Kind of surprised. I didn't know Eli drank beer.
Yeah. Coors
Kenny
Light,
did.
baby.
But yeah, the season's done, dude. We made it.
We made it.
We did it.
We did it together.
See y'all at Anaheim. Just kidding. Calm down. Huge shout out to Nature's Bakery, Fly Racing, Skivvy Underwears, Mika Metals, Scott USA, No Toil, Honda Cowie, K-Team of Modesto, Guts Racing, EMT Racing, Key Bar, and Rep Racing, and of course Motosport.com, who joined us here in the Outdoor Championships, and they've been giving out a lot of free stuff, man. $250 a week. We're going to do it again this week.
Oh, wee.
And huge shout out to those guys. We got the outdoors playing in the background. Little repeat for me. I gotta admit, yesterday I was at a fantasy football. So I was on the app, but I will tell you right now, I was watching it. My right eye was watching it, and my left eye was on my fantasy football. So I actually didn't pay attention to this one as much as I have in the past. Joe, is that okay with you?
Hell no. You son of a bitch. This is Moto.
Do we need to pause this and I need to go back and watch it in detail? Or can we just cover
I watched it, bro.
big picture talk? Because that's what I want to do. The season's done. I will say I did like the track. I'll give you a little preview of my upper. It's going to be the track.
I love this
the track was good. You liked it too? That's the first thing you said when I got in here. Why'd you like it?
It was so interesting. It was just cool. It was just like, I don't know. It was all over the place. It was just fun to watch.
Oh, man. It's like you proved my point or something weird. It's weird, huh?
Look at that Ruddies. Ooh,
Look at how new the track was. It had a lot of changes. Not a lot. The big talk was like the big changes, and it wasn't crazy. But, dude, there was enough new to make it pretty cool. It even tricked you.
I like that Godzilla thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Evan's probably like, what?
Yeah, he's probably stoked on that.
What? Anyway, it's going to be a good show. We'll give away $250 from motorsport.com. We got our uppers and downers coming up in a bit, but wanted to do Scott USA Prospect listener questions all the way through, Joe. It's just you and me. We were not able to secure a guest this week. That's fine. Just everyone's burnt out of us. All you listeners, burn out of us, maybe?
Hell no.
Maybe not. I am going on Pulpamex tomorrow. I'm actually going early, Joe, because I'm going to go on a mountain bike ride with Steve. I'm loyal to the soil, bro. We're all good. I'm just going to go have some fun with Steve and come back in and do some main show next week to keep this thing going. Labor Day weekend next week, and we will be off with this show, taking a little break. We deserve it. We've earned it. And then we'll come back after that, start getting ready for Motocross of Nations and all the other stuff coming up in the off season, and it should be good. Are you ready to get this thing started, though? I don't want to play around. I want to get right to it. There's a lot of good questions.
Tons of them.
I skimmed through them and want to have some fun. I threw out the question differently, though. Past, present, future. Just bring us some stuff kind of off the wall. Let's have some fun with this and break down the sport more broadly, I'd say. I love broads.
Yeah, I love broads.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
At James Burris, he comes in, got the whole shot. How do 250 teams determine who is going to ride east and west? Is it possible for Dylon to go east with a 1-win plate or Sexton to go west with a 1E plate?
All right.
Sorry, not 1 win, 1 west.
1W, yeah.
You know
so to clarify on that, we'll make it very simple. You can't take your plate to the other side. You got to keep your plate on your side.
That's
so
racist.
If Dylan wants to run the west, the 1, he's got to run west, Chase east. For me, the big question on that is where they end up. I mentioned either last week or the week before. Dude, Dylan, he closed this thing out in Indiana. Like, he's the man next year. He is going in as the man in the 250 class. And I'm anxious to see if Forkner, Sexton, not just them, but their teams. You know, these teams want titles, right? Mitch just got himself an outdoor one, but, dude, he ain't going into 2020 with anything less than the expectation that they're going to get more. So do you send Austin against him? Do you dodge him so you can make it a little easier? But then if you dodge him, do you end up where Chase is? But if you're Chase, do you go west because maybe you want to win one on each side, get ready for your 450 career? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot at stake with those three guys. And to me, the big offseason question in the 250 class is going to be who ends up with who?
What's up, Sadie Welch?
What's up, Sadie? What would you like to see? I mean, obviously, in a perfect world, right, they all three end up together. I would love to see Dylan, Austin, Chase, all on the same side, but the odds of that happening I don't think are great. But what if you had to pick two? You got the Sexton-Forkner rivalry. You want to see that again? You want to see those two build off that? You're over it?
Nah, I want Dylon Austin all day long.
So you want Austin and Dylan?
Yeah.
And that's because, do you feel it's because Austin is the one guy who has the best shot at...
Because I want Dylon to punk him.
What?
Yeah.
Are you all
boot
in?
Him.
Is it because Austin's getting married? You got a problem with that?
I hate marriage. Nah, I don't have a problem with
16
that.
and he's decided to enter wedlock?
Yeah, no, it's a smart move.
No, but for the fireworks, is that what you want then?
Yeah.
You want Austin, you want Dylan fireworks?
Just want to see Dylon put the smack down.
I think I do too, because with Dylan, I don't want to... without those two, I think he could just go... I think he could
Who's Dylan, bro? Who's this guy Dylan you keep talking about?
Dylan Wright from Canada. Dylon, I want to see him challenged. I like seeing him in the fight. I'm impressed with who he's become, and I love it. So I think I'm with you. But at the same time, bro, I like the Austin-Chase rivalry that was starting last year. Remember, even after the season was done, Austin threw a little shade at him.
Oh, yeah.
Chase did a little bit, too. I don't want to see that thing cool off any. So I don't know. Perfect world, though. Let's get all three of them together. That's what I'd like to see. But if I had to choose... I'd like to see Austin's aggression go right at Dylon next year. Let those two go at it, because I want to see Dylon challenge, because right now he's the man to me. He's number one, soul, and I'd put Austin and Chase at 2A and 2B. And let's see which one of those boys wants some, because Dylon's he's ready to take both next year, I think. Next one, Joe.
James Burris comes back with a follow-up. He says, also, can you explain how the rider number systems work?
Oh, man. It's a complicated question. Permanent number, if you are top 10 overall for the year combined out of everybody, 450, 250, everybody, you earn the right to pick a permanent. whatever's available. Now, there's not much left available. If you win a championship, not Supercross East or West, if you win a 450 Supercross or a 250 outdoor or 450 outdoor, you can take a single digit. That's why J-Mart's got the number 6, right? Adam can take one now. Dylon and Chase cannot. They can take permanent numbers, though, for winning their East-West titles, but they can't take single digits. So the big question right now, does Dylon take 14 or 18 if they're available? If Seeley's retiring, then what's the point of leaving it, keeping it for another year and blocking someone from taking it, unless he wants it for marketing reasons? Weston Pike's up in the air if he's going to keep racing or not. So 14 and 18, that's the big question, because if you're Dylon or maybe Justin Cooper, you would be the two, I think, that are in line to take a permanent. Adam is too, but Adam can take a single. I think Adam keeps 92. Straight up. I mean, there's a reason why he's got 92 now. He already took it as a permanent. That's who he was as a kid. I don't see... I mean, he's like Kenny Roczen. I think he likes that 94. I think AC likes the 92. So the big question for me, Dylon, Justin Cooper, is 14 and 18 available, and that affects everybody else. So everybody else that's waiting on their number for the year is going to have to wait on those two to decide. Those two will decide based on if those are available. So we're waiting on Cole Seeley and Weston Pike to decide. Did I explain that thoroughly? That's the dominoes that are lined up. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so.
What would you do if you're Dylon right now? 14, 18, if it's available, do you go in the teens? I mean, otherwise, what do you go in the 30s, late 20s? I mean, I think 14 would look good on Iami.
Yeah, I think 14 would look cool. What would you do though? Would you keep a number or would you try to move up?
Well, if I'm Adam, I keep 92. That's who you are. That's fine. If I'm Dylon, I'm probably throwing a little money over at whichever number I like more, 14 or 18. Hey, Weston, here's $5,000.
Or some boots.
Here's Cole Seeley. Wow.
A couple pairs of boots.
Yeah, 3 pairs of Tech 10s, dude. And I'll give up my number easy. So I'd like to see both those guys get single digits. Look, if Seeley and Weston are out, don't hold on to it. Don't hold back these guys. They're the next gen. Let them have it. And I think both those guys have deserved it, earned it, discerned it.
I'd say, hell no, you don't get my number. You can't buy me out. No amount of money.
Why? You're retiring.
Yeah, just don't matter.
All right.
It's like retiring a number in basketball or something.
23, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Jimmy Neutron 987. Which rider made the most money this year?
All right, Cooper gets his championship bonus, but his salary was a little light. Eli for sure. Eli won the most Supercrosses, so he got the most in bonuses indoors. He didn't get the million indoors for the bonus, but he got the million outdoor, and his salary was right up there with Kenny as the biggest. So Eli Tomac, without question, highest money maker in 2019.
Cody 975 Piscatelli.
What's up, Cody?
Covington went 21 and 20. Was it worth going out there and trying, or did it do more damage in terms of his spot on that team?
Again, I don't know if this is true because I haven't spoken to the people that are in the position to make it official, but I heard he is locked into next year no matter what. His contract is black and white. There was no gray area. Sometimes you'll have riders on a team where it's like, hey, a 2-year deal, but the second year is not... I mean, you have to meet certain milestones year 1 to get year 2. You know what I mean? Apparently his is locked in at 2, so we'll see if that's not true. Then I wouldn't be surprised to see some lawsuits because, I mean, if it's me, if I have a 2-year deal, I don't care what you say. Like, it's a contract. So we'll see. And then as far as being out there, I heard a little bit of something this week that I thought was interesting. For Covington, maybe it's one of those deals where he has to hit a certain amount of races to get his salary. And because he's missed so many, it's like, I got to get out there because I don't get paid unless I'm out there. Kind of deal. Like, you know, so sometimes I think the NBA, NFL have contracts that same way. NBA not as much, but the NFL, a player has to be available to get the money. If you're not available, you don't get it. So I could see a situation where maybe he's out there because he needed to get paid, and if he wasn't there, he doesn't get paid. And a 21-24 doesn't look good or whatever he got, but it don't matter for next year if you're locked in. So weird situation, weird year. If I'm that guy, I'm trying to reset, but man, I there's just so much talent coming up, and there's so much talent out there that unfortunately, I feel sad saying this, but a little bit of a lost cause for me. Next one.
Toby Gibbo 194. Do you reckon AC's first 450 season will be similar to Webb's, or will he come out and battle for the title?
Battle for the title.
Wow.
Webb, combination of not happy on the bike, some injuries, unless Adam has an injury or something, but I'm going to say it right here. I will confidently say this. I think Adam Cincerello is in the title chase late next year in Supercross. Not like halfway out and he's 40, 50 down. I think halfway through the season, he's within range. I think he's going to be closer to Dungey than he is to Webb and Plessinger. Both those guys had bad rookie seasons. Ryan Dungey won his rookie season. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I'll put AC way closer to that. I think he's in the hunt. I think, think about it. Who predicted Jason Anderson to win 2 years ago? Nobody.
Right.
Who predicted Cooper Webb to win last year? Nobody. And you're going to tell me that Adam Cincerello doesn't have the talent, the team around him, the people around him to at least be in contention? I mean, come on. He's a different breed. He'll be in it next year, right out of the gate, no question. Prepare to enjoy, dude. He's going to be a 450 delight right out of the gate.
Two-stroke Taliban. When is Justin Cooper going to start training?
What do you think about that, Joe?
Is that because he faded there at the last 3 laps in the first one?
The dude was at full-blown war with the top guys in the 250 class till late.
He held off, but I was like, man, he kind of just...
He ran out. I mean,
ran
dude,
out a little bit.
There's a lot at play. I mean, Chase Sexton won the first moto in Florida and then didn't even ride the second moto. Is it because he's not in shape and doesn't train? That's not fair. There's different circumstances all the time. Justin Cooper, again, he's still young. I wouldn't say he's not training. I would say maybe he hasn't polished the art of it. Maybe he's got things to improve himself. He'll probably put it on the list. I got to be better here, but come on, man. You're not battling late in these races like this if you're not training. Maybe you're just not, maybe you're just a little off on that part of your program, and I think he'll clean it up. My big question for you is, how does the puppy do at the Donations? There's a lot of talk. I've already even heard on Mathis's last week's Fly Show. They're talking about maybe it was a better idea to put Barsha on the 250 for the Donations or move Osborne down. I kind of like Justin Cooper being the guy. Gets good starts, scrappy, for the most part, pretty solid and consistent. What would you have done there? I mean, would you drop a 450 guy down, a bigger name guy who's been there, done that?
I would have, yeah.
You would have put Barsha or Osborne down?
Look, nothing against Justin Cooper. I don't see the fight in the dog yet. Like you said, puppy.
All right. I mean, he's going to be racing puppies over there, though. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased because I like him and I like his story and I love the way he went about it. So I'm maybe a little biased, but I like him being over there. Dude, he's the third best 250 guy in the series, and without Adam's gone. Just so we're clear, Adam is no longer a 250 guy. It's done. Dylan's French. Justin Cooper is the best 250 rider we have in the outdoors right now. He's our best guy. And what makes you think Osborne or Barsha are going to drop down onto a 250 and be better than him? Maybe they might have some more experience and a little bit more, hair under their armpits, but come on. The dude's sick. He's our best American 250 rider today. No debate. Next one.
Piscatelli comes back. Order in terms of cheesiness. Bennett's War, Motocrossed, Supercross the movie.
Haven't seen Bennett's War yet. I'm seeing it this Thursday. My buddy John, his brother owns Studio Movie Grill, like the whole company, and we have rented out the theater Thursday night. In fact, do you want to go?
Hell yeah, I want to go. I think this movie's going to be awesome.
I think it's going to be mozzarella mixed with a little,
no way,
mixed
dude.
with a little,
I think you're gonna
cheddar.
love it. I think you're gonna love it.
I don't think I'm going to.
I think I'm gonna love it.
How do you? Stop right there.
I'm serious.
You call me jaded all the time, and you think my jaded ass is gonna be able to go and sit in that movie and like it?
I think you're just gonna dig it because you're a patriot and you're home pride boy. I think you're gonna dig it.
All right. Well, Thursday night I'm going. We got the movie theater rented out. Studio Movie Girl's dope too, dude. They got waitresses. They come and feed you. They got good chicken tenders. But as far as Supercross the movie or Motocrossed, dude, we're talking number 1 and number 2 of straight cheese.
1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. Both are so bad. Except for Channing Tatum was in Supercross the movie. And I love Channing Tatum, so I'll give the nod to that one as being a little better.
Channing. Remember that song, Channing? It was on Jimmy Kimmel. It was pretty funny.
Did you ever see, what's the show where they lip sync battles? Did you ever see the one with Channing Tatum and his chick went on there?
Yes.
And he came out as Beyonce?
Yeah, I did see that.
It was incredible.
It was incredible.
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I like that he likes
Channing's
Moto.
Cool.
He's a moto guy.
Yeah. He's like an everything guy. I feel like he could show up to anything. He's kind of like Gronk. He can show up to anything. People are going to be stoked you're there and party.
Gronk love football. Gronk loves Supercross.
Yeah.
When Monster pay Gronk.
Oh, man.
All right, next one.
Dude, we got a new Motohead in the family.
What?
K-Frame Wayne is here.
K-Frame Wayne, what's up, man? How's everything going? How's the screen?
Somebody actually started a K-Frame Wayne Instagram account. I love it.
How many followers does it have?
Let's see. I'll click on it here.
Because those usually don't do well.
It's got 20 followers.
All right, you're doing good right out of the gate.
It's got 2 posts. Yeah, K-Frame Wayne, part-time moto camera guy, full-time camera guy. I love it. All right, K-Frame Wayne comes in with longer wait.
All right, Mountain Man.
Oh, man. Don't blame that on Mountain Man. AC getting his first pro championship, or the camera guy waiting for maximum zoom on the 30-second girl's ass before 250 Moto 2.
So what was the question?
Which is the longer wait? AC getting his first championship, or the camera guy zooming in on 30-second girl's ass?
For all you Motoheads out there, take note. That's how you ask a question on this show.
Damn right it is. K-Frame Wayne.
K-Frame
for the
Wayne.
win.
You know what? I was going to talk crap on K-Frame Wayne, but now I'm not. Because that's a good question. Look, AC's title, dude, it's a long time coming, but dude, we all know his path and what's been going on. I mean, dude, he was the chosen one out of the amateurs, and the dude has had nothing but nightmarish problems. I mean, even think about the ACL tear for when Osborne just gave him some in practice at Minneapolis, maybe Supercross. I mean, dude, Adam has had such a weird path. So it's been a long time coming, well deserved. I actually wrote Adam today on Instagram, Joe, and told him just please don't change. Personality, dude. He's you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Dungy, but not so protected. You know, he's just clean cut. He's a good kid, says the right things, but a little less protected. You always feel like Dungy was always like having to think before he spoke just to make sure he didn't say the wrong thing. Adam lets it fly, and everything he says is, dude, he's great. And I literally wrote him and said, man, congrats on the riding, but more importantly, congrats on just who you've become. You know, he's still a kid coming into his own, and I think he's great for the sport. But as far as the camera girl or the 30-second board girl's ass. I don't. Did he take a long time? I wasn't paying attention.
Probably
to that.
a longer wait for that, man.
Yeah,
that takes a long time.
It sure does. All right, next one.
A Palmer 547. Want to give a shout out to DB for the ticket to the race. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Right on. I hope you had a good time. Again, motosport.com came in the clutch this year, and it was cool though for us, right, Joe? They hit us up and go, hey, I know, we used to be a sponsor, kind of aren't anymore, but we want to be involved again, and threw out a pretty aggressive program. And just so you guys are all in the know, we actually didn't really benefit from that at all. We didn't take anything. There was no sponsorship on our end. But it's one of those things where we felt it was an opportunity to give back. And when they said, hey, we'll give $250 a week and VIP passes, it was like, look, we got a lot of cool listeners, man. You guys have been with us for a long time now, and we felt it was an opportunity to give back to you guys. And I hope you guys appreciate playing the game. I know the riders didn't. I'm sure they were annoyed with their notifications going off every week. Vincent was stoked. He got himself some new followers last week. He was actually pretty happy about it.
And I heard Anderson bit our style and started sicking his followers on people.
He did. He took it to a next level. Had everybody hashtag gayboy on Zach Osborne's Instagram, which I'm not sure the backstory on that thing, but El Hombre knew it was up. It was a good game. We played it well. Props to Steph Curry.
We played to win.
For taking it early on this. And but yeah, huge shout out again to motorsport.com and what they did for all you guys. So again, you have a choice, right? When you go out and buy your parts online, come on, man. These guys are giving back to Main Event Moto. So if you like what we do here, make sure you give back to them. Next one.
By Moto Fab. What 250 rider who is switching teams does best next year? McElrath, Smith, Hampshire, McAdoo, Hartraft, or any others I'm forgetting?
Does better?
Yeah. Or does best.
All right, well, if you're talking career-wise, it's a tougher question. If you're talking on the year, I mean, Jordan Smith, this was like the worst year of his career. He raced 3 times, I think, or 5 times maybe. So if you're talking this year alone, Jordan Smith will have a big 2020 rebound, you would think. Mitch is coming off of really good Supercross season, outdoor title. Jordan should have the biggest bounce back year, but if you're talking career, Man. I'm really not sure how much Hartraft and McAdoo really improve. Hartraft definitely, I think, has more potential to improve. I don't know. I honestly, this is not kind of dodging the question. I don't see any of them doing much different. Like, none of them are going to be like, well, needed that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like any of them were in a situation that was truly holding them back. Shane will be a little better on Star, probably. It's a finished product over there. RJ and I don't know, Geico won a Supercross title this year, and RJ's had plenty of success there on weekends. I don't think Husky fixes his issues. You know, a little bit of the inconsistency. I guess if I had to, I'd say Hartraft maybe, because he is upgrading equipment. But for the most part, I honestly don't think any of them have a dramatic improvement to where they're at. It a little bit, but I don't see anything new coming from any of them. Next one.
Hayden Ferguson, 327 DB. What is the worst injury you ever had as a racer? And what is the worst crash you've ever witnessed?
Worst crash. Probably my own. And it wasn't my worst injury, which is crazy. I broke my back and my left femur, but that one wasn't bad. I know that sounds stupid, but cased a triple at Anaheim. When I cased, the compression broke my back. Then I flipped over the bars and couldn't get off, and my femur snapped over the handlebars, and it was brutally bad crash. I mean, I'm sure I've seen... Actually, Michael Lessie's crash at Redbud at the bottom of the hill, and when he got landed on a bunch of times, that one gives me sick nausea. Like, I actually hate it. I can't even watch it. It makes me so sick. And then the worst injury, honestly, my second ACL was by far the worst. It was the most pain. I tried to ride through it and come back a month later. Knee popped out a couple. I mean, that one for me was the worst. But it's probably the best I feel now of all my problems, my feet, my femurs, whatever. My left ACL is gone. I have no meniscus, and that knee gives me zero problems. It is one of the better parts of my body, and it was probably the worst injury I actually went through at the time. Or the last femur where I had the blood problems and I had to have the blood transfusions.
Yeah, that was pretty scary too.
But that crash was like the least painful. I literally broke my femur and I'm laying there going, damn it, not again. I'll just lay here and wait.
Lay here and wait for the helicopter.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Charlie Goodall, Radio Bat Bros. Is Clayson back on drugs or what? Could that guy get in the front runner's way anymore if he tried in that first moto?
That's rude.
But we like it.
But I like those kind of questions. I actually do think we have a lapper problem in the sport, Joe. I don't know, and I could be way wrong on this. So if I am, that's fine. But I feel like the gap between first and like 35 through 40 is maybe the biggest it's ever been. You know, I just feel like back in my prime years and young years, it seems so much deeper, man. Like, it was, if you got in, like, it was tough. I feel like the guys from 30 to 40 are pretty far off the pace, maybe the worst it's ever been. And I actually talked to someone yesterday about it, and we were talking about the recession and how when the recession hit and the sport took a dip, the talent dipped. A lot of people kind of backed out. It was mostly just people who could afford it. So I think we're kind of seeing like a generation right now, maybe a 3 to 5 year window of riders who are a little on the soft side. I think they kind of made it and survived the pro ranks because financially maybe they had a better shot at it than most did. Because back when I was young, dude, like, or coming up in the ranks, dude, it was like we were all poor but out there and pushing way harder. And like, I don't know, I feel like we're in the middle, the peak years of seeing the recession riders that kind of survived it, and mostly survived it because of money. They had it, and they could kind of get through it. And I think right now we're about to see a turning point where you're going to see a lot more riders that have had to scrape through. Parents didn't have the money, survived it, a little bit more gritty, tougher kids, a little bit more talent. I think the sport is on a major rebound, but I think we're right now in the peak of the things that happened back in 08, 09, and 10. So just a thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
I mean, think about it. We're 8 to 9 years off of that. You're dealing with these, say, 20 to 23-year-olds out there that were maybe, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, And when the recession hits, a lot of people that don't have money, dude, they were out. Like, you didn't do this. You couldn't. You couldn't afford it. The sport's expensive. The sport got more expensive as people made less money. So who was left? It was the people that could afford it. Well, now the talent pool dips. I mean, dude, James Stewart, their family, dude, they coming from nothing. James Stewart wouldn't be there if he was coming up during that recession. They wouldn't have been able to do it. They were able to grind it out back in the old days and fight it out, and raw talent and hard work, kind of rose to the top. And I really think there was just a generation that got through the sport, and I'd say a 3 to 5 year period where they weren't as talented, they weren't as gritty, and we're seeing that on the track right now, and that's why I think you're seeing such a gap between the top and the bottom. It's the worst I've ever seen. I really, this is going to sound silly. I think I could spend a month riding Supercross and could probably get into the night show, top 30, no problem with that. I mean, I really could. I watch them every week.
You know who you sound like right now?
Who?
You sound like Shaq and Charles Barkley on TNT talking basketball.
True.
And when they talk crap about all the players that are currently playing and how they couldn't hack it in their day and blah, blah, and if they got out there on the court, they would show them what time it is and all that.
I would. I can make the night show next year. Easy.
Motoheads.
And that's ridiculous.
You heard it here first. Let's make that happen.
Let's not. It would never happen. I mean, I have a career. I'll be working there, but there's a talent dip, and we're kind of seeing it right now. We're in the middle of it. I think it's going to recover in a couple of years, though. It's my thought. Next one.
Jason Manus 392. Martin Davalos got 10th in the second moto. Anyone impressed?
The fact that dude was still out there after all the issues he's had with his hands going numb and his arm and his neck and his 250 career being done, and he's just out there grinding, hell yeah, I'm impressed. Like, he had no reason to do that unless he's got motivation to keep going, which I'm actually hearing that there might be potential 450 spots for him, or at least a tryout. I heard that on the Fly 60 show with Steve. There's a chance that JGR, maybe Moto Concepts, are looking at giving him a trial. And, maybe on the 450, maybe, I don't know. He's a little on the older side, but from a character standpoint, hell yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, that guy, he's been kicked pretty hard over the last few years just based on his situation, and to see him out there still grinding, get a top 10 out there in the heat, hell yeah, I'm impressed. Next one.
Radical Cam. Looking into the next season of Main Event Moto, what would you like to change about the show? Bringing in guests, taking callers, more Vincent?
Can we actually break that down a little?
Sure.
What do you think?
Wouldn't change a damn thing, Cam.
I feel like we're
definitely not taking callers. That's off the table.
Never, ever.
We did it in the beginning. We realized that that's not our style.
Thinking taking callers, like listen.
Oh, like what's up, caller? Go ahead. Nah.
No, 0% chance.
That's why we do listener questions.
I would like to. If I had to, if I could, here's the situation, guys. I'm going to lay this out for you, brutally honest. And Joe, you fill in the gaps if I miss anything. But this show's gotten to a pretty good point. We're doing really well. Our sponsors are happy with us. The problem is, to take this thing to the next level, two things would have to happen. Number one, we'd have to bring in a lot more money to allow us the ability to do what I would like to do next, which is make it live and streamed video. I would love that, dude. Don't you think that'd be rad?
Absolutely.
The problem is that's not affordable. It really is not affordable. Our schedules wouldn't work. We'd never be able to be consistent because my schedule is too inconsistent. It would never work. So we're kind of stuck in a spot where we can only squeeze out our limitations of what we have, right? We don't have much wiggle room to grow the show in any other way like that. Do you think, or what do you think?
No, I agree with you. We're accomplishing the absolute best we can with the resources and the time that we have available.
Okay, and I agree. The next thing, I feel like I'm 75% honest on this show. Based on what you know of me, is that fair?
That's generous. 75
so you
is
think
generous.
Worse?
Yeah, you play close to the vest, rightly so.
I have a job.
You're way more honest on the other show.
I am. I'm way more honest on main show, but then again, it's not Moto. I'm not talking about my peers and the sport that I'm connected to and employed by. So
if they could only hear what's said off
the truth is this show is kind of trapped in its current situation. So yeah, I would like to bring some things back maybe next year. I'd like to do the night before again. I'd like to do maybe a midweek. I would like to do more, but this actual show that you're listening to, episode 131 and on, I really don't see any changes coming. I don't want to go back to bringing on riders. I don't.
Nah,
I don't.
We don't need to do that.
What do you guys think? I'd like to hear from you.
You know they're all going to say more Vince.
But there's a lot of people that don't like Vincent too. And you got to remember too, Vincent.
That's the silent majority though.
I know, but Vincent is only available when he's available, and we had people last week pissed that he wasn't drunk. And it's like, dude, it was in the morning, and
it was 7 a.m.
Like, he can't be that guy every time. You know what I mean? Like,
I wish we got him drunk at 7 a.m.
I wish we did too, but for the most part, I think there's not much wiggle room for what we're doing here. Safe to say? Is that fair to say?
Already killing it, son. Right. Don't break it if it ain't broke.
It's true. All right, next one.
By MotoFab comes back. Does old man Marty get a 450 ride next year? If so, who? He has a couple follow-ups. He says, and did he blow it by pointing out?
Did he blow it? I mean, the dude's been in there for 12 years, so, I mean...
He said Mitch Payton said he did in an interview.
I know he did. I heard that. Mitch was like, kind of wish he didn't, whatever, but...
Should he have sandbagged the 250 class for another year? Those are all by MotoFab questions right there.
Look, I mean, to be real, a great businessman, and sometimes you make poor business decisions, and that night that he pointed out was a poor business decision on his part. So, yeah, he should have stayed back. He would have got a ride for sure. He's like, the dude is... He's like unbreakable, bro. But as far as the 450 ride, I'm gonna go on a limb and say no. I don't see it at Rocky Mountain, Moto Savachi Hill, Ogle. Maybe I put the odds at 25%. And if it was, I think it'd be Moto Concepts. I'll say Moto Concepts 25%. Next one.
Brock Sigler 3. How important is Monster Cup to these guys? Specifically, those who have a real shot at winning the million. Do they train for this race or just stick to normal Supercross training?
Because the track's watered down and is a little bit more forgiving, they don't prepare all the way. They treat it, I would say, as a test round, a free trip to Vegas to make some money. And if you're kind of locked in, dialed in, everything's kind of ready to go, then you go for it. So yeah, a combination. Everybody's different. You know, Anderson, remember, he came back maybe last year or the year before with he didn't even ride. Webb too. Webb rode the KTM one day, so it was like, let me get out there and try this thing. So everybody's position is different as far as their motivation for the race. I think this year might be a good one. I don't really see reasons why a lot of guys wouldn't come in really on fire. They're going to be doing the track both ways, which is interesting. I'm excited for the race, but I don't know. I think AC is going to win Monster Cup.
Ooh.
I really do. All right, next one.
JC511, best moto vans or box vans you've had?
The Stank Bus, no question. I don't even know what that thing was. It's some old, weird... I feel like it was a short bus at one time, modified into some... I don't know. The Stank Bus was the best. It broke down every couple weeks, but it made it there, stored a lot of stuff, and was creatively put together. That thing needs to go in the Hall of Fame, man, for privateer rigs. Joe, can we take a break, though? I gotta go potty.
Yeah.
All right.
Main event moto.
Let's be real. Kids and adults like things that taste good. What if you had a food that tasted unreal and was healthy?
Dad, get me some Nature's Bakery.
What flavor, Evan?
Any, duh.
Seriously, my kid is a pain when it comes to track snacks, but since we started eating Nature's Bakery, it's gotten a lot easier.
But Dad, don't you always call Mom a track snack?
That's not what I mean, Evan. Make sure you eat Nature's Bakery when you're at the track. Convenience is everything to us in the Batcave, and that's why we rock a key bar and no toil filters. Trust producer Joe, you're sick of that jingle jangle in your pocket.
Yes, sir. Just go get a key bar, like your Bat Bros.
And if you're not using no toil filters, you probably still have a flip phone. They make one of the worst bike chores easy. Throw the filter in the wash machine with your ladies' panties, and they'll never be cleaner. Get with the program and get a key bar and switch to no toil. Pay attention, Motoheads. I'm a picky SOB, especially when it comes to products on my son's bike. That's why we run Mika bars, sprockets and chains, and a gut seat cover, and it's not even negotiable. Look, if you care about quality and performance on your bike, you'll be running Mika metals and gut seats and covers. And if you don't, you're a what, Evan?
A noob like Uncle Vincent.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Oh, I gotta blow you out, buddy.
What?
Never, ever say the word potty again. That's like the worst word in the English language.
I was joking.
Potty.
I thought about this the other day. Why is funner not a word?
I don't know. It feels like it should be, though. Is that from the main show?
Yeah. Maggie said it the other day.
Funner.
And I laughed because I was like, that's not a real word. And she's like, why? Like, what about it is so wrong?
Yeah.
It's...
Makes sense to me.
It's an emotion. Sadder is an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Happier.
Yep.
You don't say more happy.
Yeah.
Is sadder a word?
Maybe you should. I'm more happy. Happier.
Yeah, I think that's just maybe one of the stupid... Like, who's the decision maker on that?
Noah, bro. Noah Webster.
He's an idiot. Funner should be a real word, without question. All right, let's get back to these questions. Actually, can we do our uppers and downers?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Uppers and Downers brought to you by Fly Racing.
Oh.
I'll let you go first. I know your upper is the track. It's got you all fired up.
So fired up.
I like the two, though, man. Dry, but ruddy.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of lines that lead to weird lines.
Yeah.
It feel like the track disconnects and reconnects.
I like the short right-handed turn. Really bottlenecked right there at the beginning. Like, immediately.
Quick start.
Basically, it's just boom right there. Yeah.
Slow mile per hour, too. Like, Hangtown is a quick start, too, but, dude, they're flying. The track reminds me of Loretta Lynn's a little bit with hills. It's, for some reason, it just looks that way a little bit, and I don't know. I like it a lot. God, look at the ruts on there. That's sketchy. They're just riding the edges, but I think it was a sick track. I'm happy that they did make some changes and try some new things. I talked about in the show last week, again, with my outdoor interest. I found myself more interested for longer because I was seeing these guys master new sections that I haven't seen them master, and I think we need more of that. I think it should be mandatory. I like it in the trees. It's just good. It's a good track. I'm with you, and I like the fact that they're grooming it in a way to where it does get a hard base. You know what I mean? I feel like in years past, we're just digging as deep as possible nonstop. Now it's getting hard. You see a little bit of dust on spots, and just challenge these guys in different ways. I like diversity, and I feel like they've done better. Do you feel like this year's tracks have been a little bit better? I feel like 3 or 4 times we've mentioned great track. I'd say can we give it an upper? The tracks this year have been better.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, that's fair. How about downer for you?
You know, man, the downer, and I don't want to just bitch about it, but, I always have an issue with the formatting thing. When you're watching Moto 1 and it's clinched, Moto 2 is like an exhibition race. It doesn't matter. It's pointless. It is what it is. It's just out there watching a bunch of dudes fulfill their contract. So that's just, I know that's just is what it is. No,
the diehard Moto fans have more... They follow the 5th place storylines and 10th place storylines.
Sure. Which are cool.
But for the most part, I felt the same. I felt like I was just watching this race out of...
Like, remember on our boys' trip? Sorry to cut you off, Daddy. When Hobo Nick's cousin, Jeremy, was like, I want it to always matter. I want there to always be a chance for some guy to win until the very end. That's kind of where I'm at, too. I agree with him on that.
Maybe you do this, then. This would be rad. I don't know if you could do it with an insurance policy. This would be sick, though. Do something where if the championship is clinched early, then the last moto or the last overall, like for the 450s, it would be the whole day. For the 250s, it would be the last moto. They put like a $150,000 to $200,000 bonus on the last moto, like an insurance policy where AC wins the title, Moto 1. Congratulations. It's all good. The title's over. And now like an insurance policy kicks into effect. Boom, the 150. Now there's $150,000 up for grab for this last moto.
Yeah.
Maybe Justin Cooper then on those last few laps is just like, F it.
Right.
I know what you're saying. Like, just do something to guarantee that the last moto or last day means something. 450s were over. I give these guys credit, too. And the only reason why the first 450 Moto, Roxon and Muscan were grinding is because they were grinding for second overall. You know why? Because they have a bonus built in, first, second, third. There's more money to make second or third. And Marvin was dude.
Yeah.
God, what a badass.
Went on
in that
Napoleon
first Moto.
on him.
I know, exactly. But you know what I mean? Like, there was something at stake, so they fought. Dylan going 1-1 is great. He gets his bonus, but you know what I mean? For all of us, for incentivize everybody.
Yeah.
You know how they have the Triple Crown Championship last year in Supercross where it's its own little thing? They should have something like that, an insurance policy that kicks into effect just in case the title's done, that gives these guys something to fight for when it's all over. Because I was feeling it like you, like I was watching to watch. I wasn't watching because I was invested in the outcome. I didn't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Once it was over, at Moto 1-2 video, I'm literally watching AC and I'm just like, is this going to happen? Is he going to close?
Yeah.
Is this done? But after that, I was like, well, in the words of, man, who said it on Happy Gilmore? The hockey coach. Well, better luck next year. Well, that wasn't very nice. You know, that's what I just felt. I felt like my brain after AC won the title, I went right to 2020.
Yeah.
Done. Over. And I know what you're saying. Like, there needs to be something about it at the very end. Give him a little extra incentive. Maybe it's not even an insurance policy. Maybe you throw some funds all together. Each race has to contribute to a fund, which is the last round of the year. It gives that one meaning too. Because this, honestly, Ironman did not mean as much as Hangtown. It just didn't. Mm-hmm. And I know what you're saying. It's not cool when that's the case, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My upper, I'm gonna go with Adam. Just for him. Just, you know, the old saying, got the monkey off the back. They always say whenever a guy gets his first win or finally got the monkey off my back. Dude, Adam has had the roughest go, you know, compared to a lot of these guys. He was so destined to be, I mean, he should have 4 or 5 titles by now. And for him to finally get that one and close that chapter, I'm happy for him. Not even just for the sport, but just for him as an individual. My downer, though, and I don't know, it just, maybe it was the mood I'm in. When I saw these guys come off the first moto and all shake hands and they're all loving each other, hey, good job, whatever, I don't know. I kind of wish it was a little bit old school. I like these individuals to be respectful, but as a whole, I kind of wish they were all feistier and kind of a little bit more bitter. And I don't know. It seemed a little.
You want to see them just like right off the track and like not be all buddy.
Well, I saw it the other night, dude. We were at the Rep Racing Saturday Night Series at Riverfront, and the 60 class. There's some little 10, 11-year-olds around here that are all about the same speed. There's like 3 or 4 of them. And dude, they don't like each other, and they beef, and one will give thumbs up to the other one will ignore him, and I'm just like, hell yeah, little 10-year-old, little warriors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I see these guys all hugging and kissing and stuff, and I don't know.
Hugging and kissing.
Yeah, just hugs and kisses to close out the title.
They took off their helmets, just started making out right there.
I wouldn't deny it.
Cooper and AC just start tonguing each other.
No, Ferrandis and AC, kind of like Jean Girard and Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
I will not shake your hand.
And then Dylon goes in for more, and AC's like, no.
I will not shake your hand. And then Adam just gives him a big old kiss, and then Dylon reaches around and gives him a little squeeze.
Oh, no.
I'm not asking for that. Just, come on, you know? Stop being so friendly. Anyways, next one. Let's get back to it.
Damon Hambright. Should AC be worried about the reliability of the KX450?
Nope.
Tomac has had 3 front brake issues and 2 or 3 motor malfunctions.
The front brake thing is goofy. Don't forget the Arlington one that cost him a couple years ago with Dungey. He fell. It broke when he fell.
Damon also says not including Versace's bike issues.
Nah, that was a little bit of a new model this year. It'll be polished. It'll be good. They're going into next year.
He says, and also Matt Gerke's.
Okay, yeah, well, all right, fine. I'm terrified. Shit, man.
It was a long question.
All right. Yeah. No, I mean, maybe, yeah, whatever. I think it'll be fine. And as far as Tomac, dude, Tomac's bike smokes all the time because the dude rides his clutch around the whole track. I'm not kidding. As good as he is, he's got a couple fundamental problems with the way he rides. Tomac rides the clutch around the entire track. That is not how you should ride a bike. So it's crazy how good he is having a glaring weakness like that. And in fact, if I'm him, maybe spend the next month or 2 cleaning up some things fundamentally and even on the way you ride. I know that sounds silly coming from me, Obviously, I had a billion flaws, but dude, Tomac literally fries a clutch on the whole track. It's super. It's like, I mean, I work on my kids right now that I work with. Like, get your hand off the clutch. You don't use it like that. And he's out there just hey around the whole track. It's surprisingly, from someone who's 3-time champ and is that badass, it's like a really bad habit. It's like incorrect riding. All right, next one.
Let's see. Edward Foss. I'm sorry, Edward Foss.
Edward?
Yeah. Where do you believe Forkner will find his 450 ride with Kawasaki being full with ET and AC?
Anderson and Muskin will both be up the same year. It'll be one of those two spots. That's my guess. Actually, Tomac, no. Tomac will be gone at the same time. Tomac, Anderson, Muskin all up at the exact same time. So he'll have his choice. And what Forkner will do is he will race 250s for 2 more years. He'll ride it out because next year there won't be anything available. Why go 450 if there's nothing? Like, why would you?
Well, he can probably be 1 and 2 with Dylon up there,
Yeah. Dylon's going to go. He has to go next year, and he's going to have one choice. It's going to be Yamaha. He'll be taking Barcia's spot. So Dylon will go next year, and Forkner will sit back and go, I'll wait till this whole pack retires, and then I'll have options. And when he has options, then the price tag goes up. It's supply and demand. So if you're Forkner, Forkner ain't going early next year just to go. Why? Like, wait another year, dominate everything, make all the money, and then wait for all the openings, and then you just drive the price up. Forkner's in the best spot ever if you want to capitalize on the money. He'll be the guy in 2 years to take any spot he wants for whatever money he wants. So he might be at Cowie next to AC, or at KTM next to Webb, or Husqvarna next to who knows? I mean, the sport's about to transform in the next 2 to 3 years, and Forkner's going to wait it out, and he'll cash in smart. And the reason why I think I know that is JH, I think, still is managing him, and JH is not dumb. He's smart. They'll maximize. It'll be a good move. Next one.
Brad Tillett. Who rides what coast for Star next year?
My guess would be Dylan and Shane, and Nichols and Justin Cooper on the East. That, if it all works out, no injury. Shane is not as good in the soft ruddy stuff, so why would they send him to the soft ruddy stuff? Dylan's going to want to run the 1. Just the 1 looks good. Unless Dylan wants to go see the East stuff, I don't know. My guess would be Shane and Dylan, and then put Cooper and Nichols on the East. Which, again, that makes Forkner and Sexton, they're the ones with the decision to make. All right?
White Snake Yo. I like this dude's name. White Snake Yo. Did you like White Snake? You're a butt rock hairband guy.
Love White Snake.
How good is the straight rhythm smack talk by the riders on social media? I wish they kept it up for the whole season.
It's the lamest thing ever. It's fake. It's not real. It's just like them teasing each other. I mean, it's just like me telling you on your Instagram, like, aha, bro, look at your sunburnt face from spending too much time on jet skis this weekend. Ha, ha, ha. It's not real. What would be cool is if these guys actually took shots at each other. Like when Webb said he cracked, I didn't.
Ooh.
Or when Forkner's kind of joked around at Sexton for winning the title, even though he didn't deserve it. The real talk, one real shit-talking post does more than 50 fake straight rhythm posts. So it's cool, whatever. Don't get too excited. It's just them playing around on a race that means nothing, and it's them being comedians. It's not real. Next one.
Chase Bailey 918. How many wins does AC get in 2020 during Supercross, and how many in outdoors?
4 indoor wins, 3rd in the points, and not far out of it. Outdoor, two. I don't know why I paused so long. People are like, did the app freeze?
Yeah, we're like waiting.
1 or 2.
All right.
And same thing, 3rd in the point. 3rd and 3rd next year for AC. 3-3 with a win in both.
LowJack 284. Does Justin Hill have a ride for 2020 given his lackluster 19 season?
I'm hearing a couple options at a Supercross only, 0 salary, big bonus option deal, and obviously those would be JGR Moto Concepts where that might lie. The question I have is, does he want to? Like, I don't know. Maybe he does. Who knows? With him, you don't know what you're getting. If I'm Justin Hill, if I'm his business manager, take the year off, bro. You'll be eligible for the 250 class in 2021, and you'll go win another title. That's what I would do.
Wow.
Spend a year surfing and writing music. And
Sounds
then come
like a
back
good
in
time.
2021 and you don't got to train. Just ride 250 class. Dylan will be gone. Chase will be gone. All these guys will be gone. He'll probably go in there and wax all these rookie kids that can't figure it out. So if I'm Hill, dude, I'm really playing this out smart for myself. Take a year off. Next one.
Jason Manus 392 comes back. Savachi finished 4th overall. Does that change anything for him in 2020 for the better?
Nothing changes whatsoever. He has 2 options. Both those options are low money deals. And from what I understand, they have a price tag, and that price tag needs to come down because you have 0 leverage. Simple as that. I think he'll be on JGR, though, and I think it'll happen within the next week. Because from what I understand, JGR's got a lot of dominoes lined up, not only with Suzuki and with the money, and they're all just waiting to cross the T's, dot the I's, and drop, boom, Savachi will be signed. And he's going to have to come down a little bit. It sucks, but...
Yeah, when they were interviewing him, and they asked him or something about that, and he, like, paused for just a split second before he said, nope, nothing's, we're still out here wide open. Like, it was almost like, yeah, are you though, bud? Like, you kind of already know what's happening.
Yeah, you have nothing. Like, it is the reality of what it is. You never won a 250 title. You fell apart on a couple of those. And in your 450 rookie season, you were awesome. But unfortunately, Honda doesn't want to pay you what you think you're worth. They don't want to give you more than a 1-year deal because they're saving the spot for Sexton. Cowie is obviously going to take AC over you. He's their golden boy. He's been since he was a pup. You don't have any options. It is when you don't have any options, you're not in the position to tell them what to pay you. It's leverage, and it's just, it is what it is. I don't know. People don't understand leverage very well. All right, next one.
This is a good one from my homeboy Eddie Neva official.
Hey, Eddie.
Which rider will benefit the best from a new team in Supercross 2020?
So similar to the earlier question?
Yeah. But which rider's going to benefit the most from the new team?
Well, you got Brayton moving over to Factory Honda. You got AC moving to a new team, 450, Cowie. And, of course, McElrath, Smith, all them. I would say that this one's a clear answer for Hartraff. You're going from Cycle Trader, which is a B-level team that has their own issues keeping things together. I mean, again, there was weeks this year during the season where things were very difficult over there. Obviously, I'm pretty close to that, so I understand, the challenges that Jacob Hayes and Brandon Hartraff did face. And now he's going to TLD, which everyone's kind of shitting on, which is not all the way fair. McElrath just went 1-1 on the bike, so there's nothing wrong with the bike. So purely from a personal standpoint, it's going to be Hartraff. He's going to have a program he's never had. A better bike and a better program. I don't know how that affects his results. I mean, obviously the math says it would be a huge upgrade. I just don't know if he has that next gear that's going to really kind of give him the bump. But on his day-to-day personal life, dude, for sure him. He's going from a privateer team to a factory team. So without questions, Brandon Hartraff.
Eddie Navel comes back. He says, will an easier Supercross track create better racing and help privateers ride faster? Or will the top guys still be that much better?
Easy tracks takes away the ability for these guys to race each other because everyone goes too fast and no one wants to make a move because they're moving too quick. The way you want to do the tracks is they should be easy as far as like the danger factor, but they should be technical and busy and difficult and annoying, and you got to work hard. You make a lot of mistakes because it's so technical. So I think you got to slow it down on average 5 miles an hour, busy up the track, but make sure that all the obstacles are safe. That for me is the best racing, and it challenges the riders the best. So now the word easy isn't it. Safer, yes, but I think it should be more difficult based on the technical aspect.
So less fast.
Less fast. Slow it down.
Okay.
Slower mile per hour. Guys are more aggressive. I mean, dude, it's just math. You're not going to T-bone someone at 20, but you might at 15. You know what I mean?
Funner.
Way funner.
The Dirty 330. If Ken was 100% healthy, would the rest of the field even have a chance?
Well, Eli Tomac clinched the championship with 2 rounds to go. Right now, in current Eli Tomac form, if Roxon was at full strength physically, then I think those two are taking it to the last moto. They're 1A and 1B without Kenny's injuries, but with the injuries, that's why Kenny he's number 2. And I unfortunately for him, I just God, I don't think outdoors he'll ever have the ability to physically match what Eli Tomac can do. Indoors, he can get away with it because it's a little bit more mental, and I think he can get by on some of the physical stuff. But outdoors, at full strength maybe, but nah, not in current form.
Jay Hicksey, thoughts on 22 racing a Lambo instead of outdoor?
Well, if you want Chad Reed to keep racing Supercross, then he shouldn't be racing outdoor. He doesn't need to burn himself out in the summer. He loves car racing. He wants to get into that thing. He's getting his feet wet. The dude is going to quit racing someday and race something else. Dirt bike, you know what I mean? Quit. He's going to be done with Supercross and will race something. That dude is competitive. He's psychotically competitive. He'll be racing something. And so for him, he is planting seeds for a future chapter, maybe. And holding on to this one, the only way to do that is to skip outdoor for him. There's just no way. He's 37 years old. And for him, he's got to be passionate. He don't love outdoor. So he might ride it a little bit or maybe want to do one here and there. But if that's what keeps Chad Reed racing is to skip outdoor, then skip them all, dude. Keep him in the sport. Again, for the firepower and brand power that we need, Chad Reed needs to be there as long as possible.
J Mudge 843. Man, he gets kind of personal on this one. 12 rounds later, how much of the Nationals did DB actually watch? Race on TV while looking at your phone doesn't count.
Half.
J Mudge is throwing shade.
What do you want me to do? Like watch it with a pen and paper and take notes and drool?
Hell yeah, brother.
No. I'm on my phone half of the time when I'm working Supercross. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I got phone problems. 50-50. I watched every one. My phone was on. I like to scroll Twitter a little bit while it's happening because I was reading Racer. I like to see what Mathis says and Racer X says and some people say, but
dude, it's got to be a really good show for me to not be on my phone and watching TV at the same time.
You act like that's like anybody. I mean, how many laps did you watch? I mean, let's see your notepads, bro.
Yo, do you ever find yourself like having to put the phone down, rewind?
All the time.
And then go back and watch that and be like, what'd they say or whatever?
All the time.
Yeah.
Same thing with a podcast. I'll be sometimes on my phone on Instagram while I have a podcast playing. I'm like, wait, what'd he say?
Mm-hmm.
Go back. Yeah, I've had to do that a couple times this year. But obviously, Wygant, when he elevates his tone and Grant elevates his tone, I look up. And for the most part, I probably start the first 7 minutes glued and then drift away, wait for them to raise their volume. And that's probably how it went. But I'd say roughly 50-50.
Not bad, buddy.
Yeah. It's better than last year, 1090.
Uh-oh.
All right, next one.
R. Gonzalez 15. 250 Moto 2. Was that Hampshire's ass crack on live TV, or was that my imagination? If so, I hope Mrs. Producer Joe wasn't watching.
You answer that one. You take that one then.
Unfortunately, R. Gonzalez, she was watching, and she left me earlier today.
She moved out this morning.
She's
on her way to Florida. She liked
CRJ.
That. She liked that crack.
Mike Palace. Who does better, Adam or Ron Plessinger next year?
Ron?
Yeah.
Adam.
Just me and some buddies had a Jamal for the first time. Tasty.
It's good.
Nice. I still haven't had one.
I'm telling you guys, you guys act like I'm just being silly like a joke. Try a Jameson Fireball. It is
you know
delicious.
What? This Thursday at that theater, they have a full bar there. We should do some Jamal.
You in?
Hell yeah, I'm in.
I'm Maggie Drive. We're good.
All right, buddy. We can do Uber or whatever.
Okay.
Boxinator 44. The year is 2023. Prediction on who's the top contenders for 450 and 250. Shout out to Eagle Grip for being the best in the market.
Hell yeah. 2023. So 1, 2, 3 years from now. You got Roxon near the end. Webb in his peak, but getting towards those closing years. You've got Forkner and Sexton just raging. A little bit of Dylon in there maybe, but Forkner and Sexton and the Webb, Roxon holdovers and AC probably in his prime of all primes. That's the split. There's your 5, dude. There's your 5 in 2 to 3 years.
Nice.
What do you think about that? I mean, that's a good 5.
I could see that for sure.
You got
Solid.
Forkner, Sexton don't like each other. Forkner's super aggro with his talk. He's just loose mouth, right? Just says whatever. But you got AC, he's the second coming of Dungy. but more of a Travis Pastrana-like figure as far as his ability to speak. You got Roxon and Webb, who have their own beef. Webb and Cinderella have their own beef. Webb has beef with anybody that is competing with, whether it's Marvin or whoever. Tomac, remember at Daytona a couple years ago? Like, Webb has beef with anyone that he is going at it with. So, dude, it's just the right personalities. And then the 250 class, you're having the next gen coming in, Max Folan, Jet Reynolds, Ryder DeFrench. That next group is coming into the sport, 2023, 24. So it's good. I really believe if you base it off of just personalities and character and the people that we have in the sport, we are good right now for the next 7 years are going to be awesome. We're going to get the end of the Tomac, Musquin, Anderson era. We're going to get that next great era I just talked about, and then the new guys coming and pushing them all out. It's good. We're in a good spot, I think, for the next 7 years, talent-wise. After that, who knows? But the next 7 years is going to be awesome. You want to take a break? You're looking at your cup, looking at me, looking at your cup. Does that mean water break?
Means I need to go potty.
Main event moto.
I hate to say it, but our NorCal Moto heads are pretty spoiled. Why? Well, where do they ride, Joe?
Riverfront, East Street, and Prairie City. And don't ask me who takes care of them trackside and during the week, because it's EMT Racing.
And who takes care of them trackside during the week, Joe?
Really, man? I literally just said EMT Racing. You didn't hear me?
That's right. If you're from Northern California and support Main Event Moto, then spin your laps at Rep Racing Tracks, buy your bikes and parts from Modesto, Honda, Cowie, KTM, and make sure EMT Racing takes care of your trackside and service needs.
Spin your laps at Rep Racing Tracks. I see what you did there. I like that.
If you're from Northern California and you're a true Motohead, then you better get your bike from Honda, Kawasaki, KTM of Modesto. They also got betas, ATVs, and side-by-sides. And if you don't know how to use Google Maps, well then here, I'll help you out. Visit them off of Carpenter Road in Modesto and see their track support parts trailer at all California Central Valley races. Visit www.hkmodesto.com to apply for the rider team, store deals, and upcoming events. And check them out on Instagram at Honda_Cowie_KTM.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee. As Marv goes down.
Yeah, that was bad. Bad timing. I think I'm ready for the motosport.com, and there's Mathilde helping him. Do you like how involved she is?
You know, it's like I got to be honest, it looks a little emasculating.
For me, on a macro level, I like it. Like, dude, I like when, I mean, like my wife, Maggie, dude, she's my partner in crime.
Sure,
man.
of course.
She's my partner in everything. She's involved with everything. We're very together in this life. So I like that. But on a micro level, like just on the detail, I don't know.
Look, the optics of it makes him look weak. That's all. Just bottom line, boom. You can be mad at me for saying that all you want, but it's the truth. It makes him look a little weak.
It's a little cheesy.
I know it's 2019. Girl power, dude. Chicks rule. Trust me. I got one of my own. She's awesome. She's better than me. But I don't want her helping me up off the track. I want my boy to come over and help me.
I got you if you go down, bro.
Thanks, brother.
All right, I'm ready for the motosport.com hashtag this week. Let's go after RJ Hampshire and just put hashtag crack kills. You like that?
I love it.
I mean, you laughed hard.
Yeah.
And then hashtag stay away from Joe's lady.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
That's pointless. It'd be like, who the hell's Joe? Like,
yeah.
What's that about? No, crack kills.
Leave Alex's mom alone.
Yes.
No, none of that. But honestly, RJ Hampshire, hashtag crack kills.
Mm-hmm.
That work for you?
I love it.
Works for me. $250 gift card to motosport.com. I love it. We'll pick it on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. All right, let's close this thing out, Joe. I got about enough energy for 8 more, because when we are done with that, we got to record an episode of the Main Show, which, by the way, for those of you out here who are listening to this and are listening to that, again, thank you guys so much. We're how many deep are we now on that?
Almost 50, I think.
Almost 50, and the Android version is maybe out. I mean, it's being tested, and according to our app guy, it's easier than Apple was. Apple's a bunch of crooks. But yeah, so you Androiders out there, you should be good to go. And for those of you, again, who have not checked it out yet, you're blowing it. We're having a lot of fun over there. And I think we've got into our groove. You know what I mean? Like when we started this show, I felt like we came out pretty good. Like we had a lot of fun, but it took a while before we really fine-tuned our craft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were like just a little inconsistent in the early days. So I feel like we've really found our groove over there.
Yeah.
So again, our app, the main show, you download the app and check it out. A couple sample episodes up and check it out. We can fill your week with content. And again, we won't be here next week on Main Event Moto. So if you're missing our voices, especially Joe's, because again, by the way, Joe, you did see our progress report email come in that actually blew you out.
No,
like that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so for those of you who are out of the loop, we had we asked the listeners on the main show to give us a progress report on how it's going, what you like, what you don't like, whatever. Dude, everyone wants to kiss Joe's ass because whatever, and they want to blow me out for every little stupid thing, whatever. I finally got someone who gave you the goods, and I read it like 5 times. It's made me happy over the weekend. Because
what was it about?
I forget even what it was.
Because I was out of town all week. I didn't have access to my phone.
It was just exposing you for the problems that you do have that everyone ignores.
Oh, man.
So they just disagreed with you on
They love you, Poppy. They love you.
Yeah. And we got a full report from one of our listeners on the Mormon religion, which, again, it's not what we asked for, but apparently I know everything I need to know about Mormons now. Thank you. But again, the main show, it's been a good time, so thank you guys for who have moved on.
No, that's not true. I said, anybody out there Mormon, hit us up. I want to talk. I want to see what's up.
All right, well, you guys.
We got somebody hit us up.
You got some emails to catch up on.
Nice.
A bunch of them over the weekend. Anyways, all right, let's close this season down. Again, we got about 3 laps left. Again, nothing to fight for here. Just like, ow. Bit me, dude.
Oh, no, really? Be careful out there.
There's a bat again.
Be careful, buddy.
Next one. Let's go. Let's close
Ben races. Daniel, what do you think about your full power battle between Eli and Kenny 450 Moto 1? Was it everything you thought it would be?
It was amazing. And then Marvin came in and Jean Girarded their ass, dude. Like, seriously, it was what I've been asking for. And it was a good battle on a track that helped the situation, I thought. And then Marv just carved him, dude. It was great. It was everything I want to see every week. Is that greedy of me?
Nah.
I want that every damn moto. All right? But it was good. It was really good. And again, the track helped. It helped the battle. I don't think it would have been this way if the track didn't have this much diversity. Look, I mean, there's so much line choice and variation. It helped for sure. And it was a good battle. I enjoyed it, and Marvin got the better of both of them. It was fun to watch.
Let's see here. J Gamby 713. Who pulled the most chicks back in the day? Daniel Blair or I'm Vincent Blair?
Vincent. Not whatever. Next one.
He says now throw in Tiger Lacey. Who pulled the most?
Vincent.
Third gear pin.
You guys don't even know. Like, y'all think he's just some stupid person because he's kind of a stupid person sometimes. My brother, dude, in his A-est of games, Joe, you knew him in his prime.
Chicks like dumb guys, dude. It's well proven.
They do. Okay, my brother is very like Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee, the drummer of Motley Crue, long hair, good looking dude, whatever, but kind of a ding dong, kind of an airhead, whatever. That's my brother, and he pulled him like that. In his prime, God, man, I saw some things that just like proud, jealous combination sometimes. He did well in those prime years.
So you asked for past, present, future, and third gear pin delivered.
All right.
Third gear pin says past. What happened to Lisa?
Oh, Nick's girl.
Who was Lisa again? Which one was that?
The girl that worked
Lisa.
Starbucks or something?
I don't remember. What happened to Lisa?
Apple store or something?
Lisa. What did she do again?
Restraining order, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Nick on
Nick's part.
Yeah, I think he put one on her.
He says present. Who wins Monster Energy Cup?
Adam Cincerello.
And do they win $1 million?
No.
Future. Is Max Volan the next RC JS7 level guy?
No.
If not, then who? Or will we never see that level again?
You'll never see that again. You'll never see someone that just owns the sport. And there's some good ones coming up. Even like everyone's like, oh, Ryder DiFrancesco, whatever. He's good, but he's going to have to deal with some good ones right below and right ahead of him. Like it. those days are gone because the sport has been figured out, and now it's just who can figure out the intimate details. Carmichael was the first to train hard. Stewart was the first to do things on a bike that no one could do. RV had a nice run because he got to deal with those guys at the end, and then he had to deal with Dungey, who didn't have necessarily as much talent as he did. Dungey was just outsmarted everybody. Like there's these generations where guys were able to get away with some things, and I don't think we'll ever see it again, ever. Just sport's been it's been figured out, and now it's just who can put it all together in those years. There's nothing new to figure out. Back then, guys were figuring out things that no one knew. So, nope, we'll never see it again.
Speaking of Maxwell, there's another one on that. Foz171, he says, any idea when Max plans to turn pro? Are any teams, star Yamaha parentheses, looking to snatch him up? Or will he be TLD KTM's secret weapon? It's
funny he says star, and I actually talked to Max today, a couple hours ago, and we were joking around how Star just poaches everybody. Like, they poached Ferrandis from Europe at the right time. They poached Cooper out of the amateurs from the right time. They poached Nichols at the right time. They just poached Shane at the right... Their owner is playing Monopoly, man, and he's taking over the boardwalk. He is killing it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Max already got them all chasing him. He should be. They should be. But I think he's pretty locked in with KTM for the foreseeable future. So unless something went wrong there, but... I think he's locked in there pretty good, but you never know. Let's monitor that, because once money starts coming in and you start throwing money around,
I feel like this is one of those questions where you're holding back a little bit.
It is. Next question.
Felico5, is there a big difference in price between building a 250 and a 450 for race teams? 450s are more expensive to start with, but 250s need a ton of modification to be competitive.
I think they're probably pretty close. The 450s probably get a little bit more fine-tuned parts, a little bit lighter parts. There's more of a challenge there on the weight and some of the technical sides. 250's got to put a lot of money into that motor, but I would say they're probably within range because the rules don't really allow you to do much outside of them. So my guess, I could be totally wrong. I'd like to ask someone more like Jason Thomas on this. I think he would know more. But I think they're probably pretty close. Next one, I got three left. I'm bogging.
M. Gomes 911. I heard on last week's show break into HRC Honda. Why not Mookie?
Because Tony said no. That's just an opinion based on something I heard. I heard Honda went looking at Mookie first. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard Honda went after Mookie, and then they were told, not him. Sorry, he's not available. I think they're invested pretty heavily in what they can do with him next year, and they should be.
Shelbs294 says, you think AC and Mitch took shots at Jamal after the race?
No, they're not that cool. Probably like a beer bong or something, like Bud Light, something stupid.
Ribbit hits us up. What's up, Ribbit?
Yeah, where you been, bro?
He's been in Vancouver, dude. Getting them scissorps. Will DB ever race straight rhythm?
Nope. Good show, everybody. No, I won't.
Just FYI, too, buddy. You almost made it to the end of the list. Almost.
Oh, really?
There's like three more.
All right, quick.
Willie722.
Nope.
H.
Yep. Maybe.
8K9C9. Kyle Peters said in a post-race interview that they did a frame swap. Is this legal?
I don't know. I don't work for the AMA.
Samson Harton 417. Thoughts on Tim Geischer at Monster Cup?
If he prepares earlier this time so he can adapt to stiffer suspension, it'll go better. If he thinks he's going to do the exact same thing as last time, then get the ambulance ready, man. Because that dude goes for it so freaking hard, it's unreal. And if he don't have the right suspension, then he will eat lunch. So spend a little bit more time and adapt. Otherwise, don't try it, bro. Like, come on. You almost killed yourself last time, so.
Guess what, bud?
What, bud?
You made it to the end.
I made it.
I only had to skip like 30 questions.
All right. So, how you feeling? Good?
So good.
You ready to hit that checkered flag? Yeah, I can see it. It's a minute away.
Yeah, buddy.
Nature's Bakery, Fly Racing, Skivvy Underwear, Mika Metals, Scott USA, No Toil, Honda Cowie, KTM of Modesto, Guts Racing, EMT Racing, Key Bar, Rep Racing, Motosport.com. Joe, 2 corners to go. Waving to the crowd, right? Waving.
Throwing them goggles.
Throw them Scott prospects to the crowd. 1 corner to go. Nice little wheelie. There it is, dude. Finally, popping bottles. Championship. Here we go. Checker flag is out. Championship belongs to not us. You know why?
Why?
I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. Later, folks.
Main event, Moto. Screw it. You know it by now.